Oh, this is hilarious, people. So, Nadia literally has the entire Call of Duty community on strings right now. I'm not siding with the people who defend Nadia and say she's not cheating, because I do think she's cheating. I think it's obvious at this point. There's no need for explaining there. We all know she's cheating. She knows it. Everyone knows that she knows. She knows everyone knows. Like, come on. But I'm also not defending the people on the side of against Nadia who are claiming that she's cheating. Like, literally every video they post, it's like, Nadia this, Nadia cheating. Well, it's not. I don't disagree with them, but this is not the argument I'm making. The argument I'm making is that all those people as well, or she's putting them on strings at that point. So the way that she started this whole thing was she was marketing herself as the best female Warzone streamer or whatever it is, player, whatever. And I guess she got some good games and then she got popular and all that, but I'm not aware really of any of those types of channels because I just don't watch that kind of content. But the way I found out about her is that literally in my YouTube recommended feed, it's like every video was like Nadia cheating, Nadia exposed, Nadia that. It's like, who is this girl? Like, why is everyone going at her? But I'm also aware that there are many streamers and players who have been exposed for cheating using aimbot bot lobbies and all that. Like, it's obvious, everyone does it, right? Most guys do it. Most people do it. For some reason, this girl in particular, you know, I've seen other names like Symphony or FaZe Swag, like those names involved in these types of videos, like being exposed for aimbot or whatever. I don't even care, honestly. Unless, I mean, the only reason why I would see if it were serious is if they were competing in like an actual MLG tournament where like money was on the line, and also if everyone else was playing fair and like they weren't cheating. But honestly, I mean, I don't know. This may be a hot take nowadays. I don't care. For me, I don't really care whether people use aimbot on a video game. I don't know if that's crazy to say. Now, going up against people like that is annoying, yes. And I guess it's easier for me to say since I don't really play the game at all, really. And if I do, I play on COD 4 Remastered, so it's a game that's not even really populated. No one cares enough to mod on it or use aimbot or any of that. So that's another reason why I play that game. But also, I played like Warzone Plunder for the first time in literally over a year. I played Warzone for the first time in over a year, and I was just messing around on Plunder. So, you know what I mean? Like, this whole like aimbot cheating thing, it doesn't affect me because I'm also not involved in the whole MLG platform, the MLG world. So, I just don't really care. I don't really care, to be quite honest with you. But I found it very interesting how much Nadia grew from this. And now I'm not claiming that this was her plan all along, to get exposed for using aimbot and then playing it off like she's not. Like, I'm not saying that at all. I think she genuinely was trying to convince people otherwise, and she might still, but at this point she's trolling. But so she has grown, and I'm just looking at this right now. I literally just looked this stuff up. Now, since all of this drama has come out on her, she now has 1.8 million followers on TikTok, 442,000 followers on Twitch. And YouTube, she's growing. Is YouTube not as big? 54,000 subs, not as big, but still, I mean, that is a massive following, and that's literally from everyone making videos on her. And again, I'm not knocking on anyone for wanting to expose her for aimbot. Like, if that's what you feel like you need to put out there, and that people are actually convinced. Like, I know channels like Call of Shame. Like, Call of Shame was like on this, I guess, from the beginning, you could say. But, you know, there's a bunch of other channels that, you know, expose her, quote unquote. And I love Call of Shame's videos. I think his videos are hilarious, like the rat rankings and all that. Like, he covers all that. I think it's pretty cool what he's doing, bringing awareness to all the cheating that's going on within the streamers and the pro players and all that, or the fake pro players, I guess. But no, literally, dude, Nadia is playing everyone. Even Call of Shame. At this point, she's trolling. Call of Shame was, I mean, using her as, I mean, you could say I'm doing the same thing in this, but I'm just saying. But I already made my point. Like, I don't care if she's cheating or not, personally. I don't care. I really don't. The only thing for me was her pulling like, oh, you're just saying this because you're sexist, or like she's pulling that card, which I don't agree with at all. Like, it has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the fact that you're playing it off and you're it's like, it's so obvious that you're cheating. And yeah, again, I don't even know if she's being serious in that. Maybe she was trolling there. I would hope so. But she's definitely trolling now. Let me read you some of these titles from her recent posts and all that. Let's look at YouTube. Here's one of the recent shorts. No bot lobbies here. That's one of them. Like, just completely taking advantage of this whole situation. Now here's another title, I am a fraud, and it says the truth in the thumbnail. VPN where is another, that one has 1.3 million views, that's a short. Another short she has is now you can't say I'm cheating, quote unquote, so that's another one. Now on her TikTok, her most recent post as of now, when I'm recording this, it says UAV hacks is the title. And basically she walks you through, this is how I see everything on the minimap, again referring to all the crap she's getting for using UAV hacks, constantly being able to see people. So, I mean, her TikToks get a lot of views. I'll tell you what, man, she gets a lot of interactions. Here's one, 3.2 million views. It says it in the clip, when every big streamer posts clips of them in bot lobbies. And basically she's saying, oh, and then the sound is like, oh, everyone else does it, but why can't I do it? And you get mad when I do it. So, I mean, she's openly admitting it, basically, like she's cheating. Like, it's not even really a debate anymore, but you know, the fanboys or the S word, you can't say the S. I don't know what you can say on the internet nowadays. I don't know what you can say, what you can't say, so I'm just not even gonna take the chance. I don't care. But you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm referring to. And oh, here's another one, 0.3 KD lobbies. Here's another one, 3 million views. Like, you get the point now. Was she being serious at first, saying the best female player? Maybe she does still believe she's the best player, but obviously she was using that. Like, you can't say, I'm one of the best, because that won't get views. You have to say, I am the best, and then you promote yourself that way. Here's another one, her pinned. This is one that's pinned. Killing Diaz Biffle, I guess that's one of the MLG Call of Duty elite gaming athletes. She says basically along the lines of like, oh, you think I'm VPN'ing? Watch when I kill the 7.99 KD demon, as she... And then the guy's just standing still, so it's like, okay. I mean, she knows. Everyone knows at this point. She knows. She's just taking advantage of it, and she's running with it. And it's working for her. So all I'm really saying is, the point of what I'm saying is, everyone thinks they're doing good by making all these videos like, oh, exposed, another hacker, another rat. Well, you're not really doing anything to change anything. You're not really doing good at this point. At first, sure, you were exposing, but now it's like you're kind of feeding into it, and it's kind of useless right now, because nothing's gonna happen. Like, if she played this smart, which she is right now, she's gonna play it off where, you know, she doesn't make it obvious, too obvious, even though it already is obvious, and she's made it obvious from beating around the bush in her recent content. But I would keep doing what she's doing right now and let it ride out, because it's working. Clearly it's been working, and it honestly, she's getting more and more popular and more known by the Call of Duty community. Like, even on Twitch, I've never even seen her, heard of her, looked her up, like literally a week or two ago probably, and all of a sudden she starts popping up on YouTube and Twitch and now TikTok. I mean, I had to look her up because I didn't know if she had. I heard that she had a TikTok, and apparently that's her best platform, and I guess that's how she got more known or recognized. But like, if I were her, if I were in her position, I would keep doing what she's doing in terms of, you know, she's not gonna get banned. And that was also, she teased that in one of her thumbnails, like, you have been permanently banned. Like, there's so many examples of this trolling that's been going on, and that she's just feeding into it, or everyone else is feeding into it, and she's using it as an advantage, and she's using it to get even more interactions, more popularity. Like, if she just continues to use the aimbot, the wall hacks, the UAV hacks, or what, I don't understand what even goes into it. I remember back in the day, people would use aimbot. They'd be able to see through walls and all that. I'm familiar with that. I don't understand how the UAV hacks. I assume it's like a Blackbird, where you can see everyone at all times. And you can see people through walls and all that, and you can lock on to people. That's how I understand it. I mean, I've never had it, so I don't know how it works. I don't know what it looks like, but that's just from common sense. But I would use that on and off. I wouldn't use it too much, but I would use it enough so that people can use one clip and say, exposed again, exposed, and then it's just a continuous cycle that never ends, and she's the winner at every end of it. And I understand people on the other side, where it's like they're trying to expose her for aimbot, or at first at least I could understand, like, oh, not only are you trying to make content that people will come across and that people will want to watch, but it's also like you feel like you're doing good for the community and you want to call this out, you want to call the BS out, and I understand that. And it's entertaining, honestly, especially Call of Shame. His videos are really funny. I enjoy him a lot. At this point, it's like, what are you doing? Like,
Am I the only one who sees this? Like, am I the only one who sees what's going on? Like, this is all BS or at this point. Like, no, like, does anyone genuinely care? And does anyone actually think something's gonna change? And is it really gonna affect your day that much? Like, do you wake up, like, just hating your life because this streamer uses aimbot? Like, I don't understand it personally. I don't understand, and I don't think anyone should be canceled, quote unquote, for using aimbot. I mean, give me a break. Maybe you should get like a temporary ban or a temporary suspension, just like in sports. Like baseball, for instance. If you use steroids, you're not suspended forever. You're not banned from the game forever. I mean, the Hall of Fame, that's another discussion, but I feel like even that's going to change. But my point is, there are certain things that are really not that serious that you should not be getting canceled over. But I don't know. To me, I think everyone's getting played. I think everyone's getting played in the Call of Duty community by Nadia. I personally, that's what I think, and that's what I see. That's what I'm seeing, what's going on. And again, I'm not taking sides. Like for me, Nadia is obviously hacking, and she always was using hacks and cheats, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. Aimbot, aimboot. I don't know. Aimboot, wallhack, whatever you want to call it. But I don't like Nadia, and I don't not like her. Like, I literally just found out about her a week or two ago just because of the whole cheating thing. But I feel like there's always someone that everyone focuses in on for a little while, and now she's the culprit for a while. Then they'll move back on to Symphony or whoever, and it's just again, that's a continuous cycle. But I don't not like Nadia, and I don't like, you know what I mean? I'm kind of neutral on the whole thing. I don't really care. I don't care what happens. I just don't think anyone should get canceled for anything like this. I just don't think anyone should get canceled for anything to do with this, because it's just not that serious to me, personally. Like, I'm not even claiming to be on the side of, like, Call of Shame or people like that who do all these exposing videos. Like, and I watch them because I think they're funny and I think they're entertaining. I don't watch all of them, but just from the guys I'm familiar with, I watch them because they're entertaining and they're funny. I genuinely don't care. I tuned in for the entertainment. I watched like 2 or 3 on it. It's like, okay, this is getting old. I just don't care that much to watch it over and over and over again. You see so many. I mean, just look up Nadia cheating. You'll get like literally 100 videos on it. It seems like it's like never ending. And I feel like this stuff just started coming out. It's like people are really buying into this right now. But again, yes, I know, and I believed it from the beginning. It's obvious. Like all these streamers, big time streamers, they do it. They get like these 40, 50 kill gameplays, and then they look like a bot when they switch the controller and all that. Like this, I know that. Or they look like a bot when they switch to Xbox or like an actual console or whatever. They look completely different. They show up to these events and they look completely different. I'm completely aware of that, and I've heard all that. So I never really was like doubting that she was using hacks. Like obviously she was cheating the whole entire time, and she still is probably. But she's probably toned it down a bit just so she can get away with it and continue to tease everyone. That's the way. That's the smartest thing you can do at this point. But that's my whole point on the situation, is that I'm not on anyone's side. But yes, she's cheating. She's still cheating. She was cheating and she still is cheating. Maybe not as bad now because she got to tone it down. But again, she's doing that so she can continue to get away with it and grow, and her name is still going to be at the top of the Call of Duty community right now. Everyone's going to be hearing about her by now. I mean, if you haven't heard about her yet, you're probably living under a rock, because even I heard about her. I never even looked up anything about her. I mean, literally, this stuff has just been flooding my recommended, and I don't even care about Warzone. I don't care about it. I don't look up, I don't watch any of this stuff. I don't care about it. But that's just what it's been recommending me. So that's, again, the gameplay you're watching right now is literally like my friends like, hey, you want to hop on Warzone, you want to play some Plunder? Because we used to play Plunder back in the Verdansk days. We used to play literally, like, we're talking literally over a year ago, maybe 2 years. Has it been 2 years? Maybe it's been like a year and a half. I don't know. It's been at least a year. But we used to mess around in Plunder. But that's not even really like Warzone. You're kind of playing like a big multiplayer, because you keep respawning in on a big map. Like it's basically multiplayer, but it's more slow paced, and it's more relaxing than 6v6, because 6v6 multiplayer is garbage and it's an utter dumpster fire. It's a disaster in all the past few games, especially Modern Warfare 2019 and Vanguard. I'll give Cold War a bit of a pass, and y'all know how I feel about that, but stop being played. Stop getting played. Don't buy into this crap anymore. I mean, if you're genuinely entertained by it still, I personally don't have any stock in it. I don't care about it. I couldn't care less about it. Nadia's cheating. Everyone's right. Call of Shame is right. And Call of Shame's video, I'm a fan. of the videos that he puts up. They're funny, they're hilarious, I think. But again, you have like a lot of fanboys who take this stuff too seriously. It's not that serious, and I know it's like it can come across as obnoxious, and it can get to that point. If you keep getting invested in this stuff, you're gonna really get into it, and it's gonna bother you. Don't get bothered by it. Just take it as for what it is. It's humor. It's funny. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how long this lasts with Nadia, and we'll see how long she keeps up with this trolling. But I mean, it's you have to admit it's pretty commendable what she's doing right now with this, and how well she's been taking advantage of it. I don't know if there's someone in the corner telling her like, hey, you should use this as fuel. You should use this and keep beating around the bush and promote yourself this way, like teasing that you're hacking and all that. Show everyone that you acknowledge it, and you're just joking about it at this point. So I think that's 100% what she's doing, and it's working again. So I don't know. We'll see how long it continues. I think she plays her cards right. Again, she literally could never get banned, and she can just continually do this. Again, I'm not encouraging that she lies and just acts like a fool, but I'm just saying, if you were in her position, wouldn't you use this as a tool? Wouldn't you use all this that's going against you as an advantage? Because I mean, people love negativity and people love controversy and drama. They love it. They love all of it. They thrive off it. You know, it's like people have nothing better to do. Let's look at some Call of Duty Warzone drama. This streamer cheated. My way of thinking of it is, who cares? Who cares if someone's cheating? I don't care. Does anyone's lives actually affected by this? Again, when money's involved and we're talking about pro tournaments, but don't you have to be like at the event? I don't know, someone let me, I don't know how it works anymore. You could probably do it from home at this point, and I'm sure that has been done with all these tournaments. But if it's not an official like pro tournament and it's being set up by like, you know, a bunch of content creators as their own little at-home tournament, I guess you could say, but money's on the line still. But at the same time, they have to know, like, if they're all using their own equipment, their own computers at home, they can still get away with it. I don't know, like, what did they use? That I heard that Corona stuff that you stick in your computer, your controller, whatever, and that's what gives you the hacks. I don't know. Someone let me know. I don't understand how this all works. And basically, everyone's being played by Nadia. You're probably being played by Nadia if you're seeing this. Like, I'm just being honest, but just take a joke. Don't take this seriously. I'm just being honest. I'm just telling the truth here, and I'm just bringing light to the truth, because it seems like a lot, like, I haven't seen a single thing on this. It seems like maybe people are afraid to say this, but it is true. Yes, Nadia is cheating. She knows it. She's acknowledging it. She's trolling, and we'll see how long it lasts. And I feel like I've said this like 100 times already, but I'm trying to make the point across. And because I know people have a hard time comprehending, and they have a hard time understanding a very simple point being made. Like, you'll watch, you'll see a bunch of comments. You may even be one of them right now. I don't know. I feel like this also may bring both sides together. But I played some Plunder now, as you know already, and I used a couple Vanguard weapons like the 3-line rifle and the MP40, which I had no problem with those. The problem was actually with the Warzone servers. Now, I know they lost like 50 million players, so you would think it would be easier to connect, but I was lagging like hell. I mean, you would think that on COD 4 Remastered, the older the games you would get, the worse connection. And especially now that there's like no players in COD 4 Remastered, you would think it would be a lot harder to find a match and not lag and have good connection. But I'm telling you, I have better connection on every other game I play than Warzone. For some reason, just Warzone, I just lag so much. I don't lag like it in any other game. It's horrible. But yeah, seriously, I'm gonna end it. 'Tis been one.